Hey everybody, this is Denise Richter with Golden Life Coaching and Education, and I am bringing you life coaching lessons from the road. This is number 3. Before I get to the actual lesson, I have a little bit of background. So I am still in Iceland, if you can't tell by my awesome Icelandic wool sweater, and I am up in the West Fjords, which is in the northwest corner of the island. But a few days ago, we were down in the southeast at a place called Jökulsárlón. But let me give you the background info first. So Iceland is one of the youngest land masses on our planet. It was formed from underwater volcanic activity about 20 million years ago. So just to give you a little bit of contrast, North America was formed into something like its current landmass about 200 million years ago, and it's considered a young landmass. So Iceland is 10 times younger, and it really shows. It's one of the most intriguing places I've ever been. We've seen geysers and icebergs and countless waterfalls, literally countless waterfalls, and a ton of fjords, beautiful like volcanic rock beds and plains just of volcanic rock. Really interesting landscapes all right in a row. And you can see like valleys clearly formed by glaciers because they're more U-shaped versus ones formed by rivers because they're more V-shaped. It's literally a geology lesson around every corner, and just gorgeous, gorgeous country. So we were recently, like I said, down in the southeast, and there's this beautiful lagoon full of floating icebergs that have broken off from a glacier. And they're just floating in this lagoon, and they can float in this lagoon for up to 5 years before they make their way out through a short little river into the ocean. And I'll show some video in here of the glaciers, of the icebergs rather, that are out in the ocean. And I just wanted to stay there all day long. I was just so amazed and intrigued by this phenomena. And obviously I had kids and it was cold and windy, so I couldn't stay there all day long, but it just made me think really hard. And I think what it was is that being confronted with such a massive and rapidly changing landscape, it was easy to feel really small and temporary. It's kind of that feeling you get when you gaze up at the stars and you think about how many there are and how long they've been there and how you're just one person on one planet warmed by one star. It's easy to kind of feel insignificant. And to be honest, I wasn't totally upset by that feeling. It was kind of an interesting feeling to wallow in for a little while as I looked out at these very temporary pieces of glacier that were now icebergs in a lagoon. A little side note, the lagoon itself is very young, only about 80 years old, and it's growing every year because the glacier itself is receding up to 500 meters a year, which is significant and can maybe a little troubling, but just an interesting side note there. Anyway, so I think to avoid getting lost in this feeling of futility when you're looking at something so much bigger than yourself, it really drives home that idea of focusing on the present. And that's why I just wanted to stay there and focus on the present, which were these icebergs floating in this lagoon. Because the past we cannot change. We want to. Some of us try really hard to change our past with our thoughts or with our feelings or however. But you can't change your past. The past is done. And the future is not promised. I think it's important to make future plans and set goals, but there's no promise of that. So sitting there in front of this lagoon really made me think about the importance of the present moment, because that's all we have. Our world is changing. We are changing. We have no idea what the future holds. So just being able to observe the present and take it for what it is. If you're enjoying it, to take it with gratitude and excitement. If you're not enjoying it, if you feel like you're suffering in some way, to realize that it's temporary and it will pass, just like these glaciers, these icebergs, these pieces of glacier will pass. Time moves on. And it's important to focus on the present, because that is all that we are guaranteed. So that is my lesson from the road. Be in the moment, appreciate it for what it is. If it's great, accept it into your heart. If it's not great, accept it, knowing that you will learn from it and grow from it, and that it is a temporary situation. So I hope you're all having a great summer. I hope to reach you with some more lessons from the road. I have about 6 days left in Iceland, so who knows what that will bring. But take care, contact me. I'm still checking my email, and I can still receive text messages, and I'm happy to set up something if you want an intro session. But take care and have a great summer, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.